On Deck with Tim Black.
I think
Yo, there it is. There it is, people. How y'all doing? Welcome to the Tim Black Show, man. What is going on? Yo, there we go. Someone's missing. Yo, what's happening? What is happening? What is happening, YouTube? What's happening, Tim Black's Wolfpack? How y'all doing? My name is Tim Black. Welcome back to the show. We're live on X, Facebook, and of course, the mighty YouTube. We in the building, people. Your brother is in the building. Thank you for being here. Man, I'm trying to tell you, there's a lot going on, Johnson. When we aim to cover it right here on the Tim Black Show, man. I got my people in the building, the virtual building, right? Give it up for Black Mamba in Buck Bully. Yo, man. Yeah, man, I got my moderators on the chat room doing what they do, man. I appreciate y'all doing that. President accounted for as usual. The Tim Black Wolfpack crew, gang. Well, ain't no gang. I tell you, man, ain't no gang. I don't know what that is. Posse. Yo, what's happening, man? I hope that everybody's had a good day, man. Hope everybody's cool, man. Welcome back, man. It's great to come back. Get ready to do what we got to do, man. I want to say, it's a lot of people been coming through lately. I seen them. I seen some of the progressives coming back like, what are you talking about? I thought we got rid of him. Man, I got my people in the house, man. What's up? What is happening? Yo, who's here, man? I got Chris P. Charlie Kimbrough. Yo. Arlene Chambers in the building. Yes. Let me do some shout outs real quick, man. Let me let my people know I see them, man. You know, we gotta pay homage to the people, you know. Nigel Green, what's going on, man? What's happening? I see my sister Cat Negritas in the house. Yeah, these my people right here, man. They come through and support Tim Black Show. The Tim Black Show, they come through what they do, man. And we got Sapphire. What's up, Sapphire? How you doing? Bruce Newsom. The gruesome Newsom. I bet you never heard that before, right? People always try to grab the easiest name. Rose, what's up, Rose? Okay. Jamie. Oh, man. The Buck Bully. The Black Spectrum. Yo. Donald Moore in the building. What's up, Donald? There's some trolls in this house. There's some trolls in this house. There's some trolls in this house. Yeah, I got me shedding tears about trolls. Yo, what's going on? Degenerate XR. Okay, fine. We'll take it. Yo, Nimrod. What's up, Nimrod? How you doing, fam? Robert Dalton and the crew is in the building, man. Thank y'all for being here. David, Black Boy B1, Professor Truth up in here. Phyllis Foster. Sherry Covington. Yeah, man, we doing what we do, man. Look, man, welcome back to the show. We do this every day except Tuesdays and Saturdays. But trust me, I be working on them days. I just don't be here doing the live streams. But you can always find content on the channel. Undisputed Truth in the building. It's always content, new content coming out. Valerie. Yeah, we do what we do here, man. And Topher knows that. And JD Lee or Lie. JD. Antonice. What up? Yeah. Hams. Or is that Hans? That's Hans, man. That Hans, Hans. It's Hans Solo. Alania or Alania. Okay. I see you. Gail Mitchell, what's up? Olivia James. Man, I'm trying to tell y'all, man, give it up for my people, man. Give it up for my people, man. My people is what keep the show going, man. That's who does it, you know? Now look, the sponsor of today's show is the Tim Black Legacy mug. This mug is it, okay? The Legacy mug. Politics for the people, right at the bottom here. If you can see that going across there, politics for the people. You put this in your dishwasher, put it in your microwave, put it in the hater's face. They start shivering. They can't take it, man. Nah, man, they don't like politics for the people. They want politics for the elites. Yeah, so you got the politics for the people mug, and then you spitting some real stuff. Oh, man. Put that in your live stream. You know what I'm saying? Yo, do it. And to get that mug, go to timblackmug.com. Timblackmug.com is where you pick it up. Don't, it's a mean mug, but don't mean mug me. Go to timblackmug.com and get yours. 20 to your door. Only $20 to your doorstep. Only $20, and it'll go in your shelf. Only $20. Make the haters want to holler. We are in the building, people, and I'm trying to tell you. Gail. What up, Gail? Super Sicker from Gail Mitchell off the top rope. Bam with the Super Sicker. Thank you, Gail. Getting a nice start of that. Man, what we gonna do with these people, man? I'm gonna tell y'all something crazy, man. I was up real late last night putting together a couple content, some videos and stuff, editing, trying to get this newsletter done, man. If anybody knows how to automate, I need automation, I'm trying to automate using Zapier and my YouTube channel, and it's crazy. So I'm trying to do this right. Trying to get this to work. I'm up till 4 a.m. I go to bed like 5 a.m., Johnson. I know. It's bad. But I'm driven, man. I'm hard-headed like that. Like, I gotta get this done. This on my day. This a non-live streaming day, and I'm up later on the non-live stream day than I'm up on the live stream day. You know what I'm saying? This ain't right. But anybody tells you that you got a small business, these people tell you that you get a small business or whatever, and you're gonna be working less, and you're gonna be on the beach, and your business gonna be making money, you're gonna be, chilling and riding in convertibles with the wind blowing in your hair. I don't know where that is at. I don't know. I guess I was in the wrong line because my business, I be working more on my day off than my day on. You know what I'm saying? There's no such things as days off. Look, man, I was so tired. Folks, I was so tired. Fam, I was so tired. You ever have a dream that's so stupid, but so real? One of them vivid dreams? I be having them all the time, man, especially when I'm real tired, man. I had a vivid dream. I was at the White House. I was at the White House talking to Donald Trump, Byron Donalds. Real thing, real talk. I was talking to him. And it was nice, man. Byron and Trump were smoking weed. Craziest thing, man. I said, Trump, I thought you didn't do drugs. He said, don't tell nobody. You tell anybody I got the key. Oh, stop playing. Stop crying, Tim Hanks. I'm just, Why Trump sound like Mike Epps? I'm just joking with you, man. Anybody gonna kill you? Why would I kill you? You need to go and hit this though, so we know that you can be trusted. And go ahead and hit the thing, man. Go on, man. Just go ahead and hit it. Go on, hit it. Go on, hit it. And I'm there, man, I couldn't believe it. Like, I know this can't be real. And Scott Jennings walked in. He said, well, stop making them faces and shit. It's obvious Tim Black needs to hit the J, because it's the best way we can determine, seems to me, it appears to me what would be true is that if you hit the J, that you hitting the J would constitute you as being a friendly amongst the people, and that therefore we could trust you, and that would lead to, making you not be a Democrat, Hit the J. Byron Donalds. That brother, man, white girl walked by, he was, I said a white girl walked by Bob Donald. He damn near broke the chair getting out the chair. It's coming. Yeah, Bob and Donald's about to lose his mind. That white girl walked by, man. Yeah, man. But look, man, here's serious, real talk. And then my dream switched. The dream ever just switched like on a dime. And this happens a lot to me, right? I started dreaming of material to use on the show, right? I had jokes about kids. I had jokes about parents and jokes about taking care of kids, and it was like a bunch of Gen X jokes, man. I don't know why it seemed like gold at the time. I'm trying to tell you, it felt like gold, and I knew I was dreaming at this point. I'm out of REM sleep, and I'm kind of awake. I'm trying to hold on to the last moments of sleep, and then I start dreaming. I'm talking to somebody, I'm telling these jokes, and they seemed hilarious in my dream. Folks, I was like, man, I don't want to get up, man. I don't want to get up. But I was like, if I don't write these jokes down, I ain't gonna remember the jokes. So I got up, I reached for my phone, I grabbed my phone, right? It's true story. I grabbed my phone and I was like, man, I can't type. I'm gonna lose the joke. If I go fully awake, I'm gonna lose the joke because I ain't gonna be able to remember. So I started recording.
Parents to the baby and their kids. They're raising their kids. Parents love babies, man. We love babies so much, we want to give their kids babies. We don't even charge for our kids. Like, we want them to grow up, and make good decisions.
I'm like, what is I'm talking about? Then I remember what it was, and it was something. And I couldn't even. Real talk. This really happened. So I'm recording this, and one of the jokes was how parents, we blame our kids for, not making good decisions, but most of us can't parent for nothing. You know what I'm saying? We're bad at parenting. And we think we good, but we not. And when you get older, you realize I probably could have did better at certain things. And one of the things now that I'm a grandparent, I realize is that we spend a lot of time talking to grandbabies like they don't know anything. We dumb down our conversation. Talk to the baby, the baby ain't even 2, but you Google and Googling it to a 2-year-old, you need to be using real words. The baby is looking at you like, why this old man talk worse than me? Like, you know what I'm saying? We Google and and for some reason, this was hilarious to me. I don't know why I thought this was a great bit. But I was looking down and down. I was Google. And if you really want the child to be smart, you'd be like doing the Scott Jennings voice. You'd be like, well, first of all, let's be clear here. We have a situation where you're a baby and I'm an adult, and we want you to become better and we want you to grow up, and you understand that that's, what you need to do. And you need to ask when you have to go to the bathroom, tell someone, use the facilities. when you have to do one or two, and just know that that's important, and to go on oneself is we want to talk to them, but we don't. And I don't know, man, for some reason this was hilarious to me, but it was not. Anybody wake up out of their sleep to do stuff? Anybody creative out there that has similar stories? I'd like to know. I just like to know I ain't crazy. Why does this happen to me? I don't know anybody else. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't have like artsy friends. You know what I'm saying? My friends are just, one drive a bus. My brother drives a bus for, and my sister, she works in the government, and damn, I wonder how she feel about what's going on. I need to call her and ask her what she think. Yeah, man, I don't know, man. I guess it happens to me, man. I don't know. But let me know in the comment section. I'm not the only fool that wakes up at the middle of the night thinking you come up with the greatest ideas in your sleep. Then you jot them down or write them down. Sometimes it works out. Most of the time it's undiscernible, like this thing I have on my phone, man. It's bad, man. But it was funny. It was funny with Trump sounding like Mike Epps, smoking weed at the White House with Byron Donald, chasing white ladies. And yeah, that was fun. Yeah, overall, man, I like sleep. When you get older, you like sleep. See, a lot of you young people don't know, man, sleep is good, man. Oh, man, you be like, should I get up and eat? Or should I just go to sleep? And you be like, I'm going to go ahead and go to sleep. Because sleep, Thank you, Lord. Thank you for the sleep. Speaking of sleeping, don't go around sleeping on the Democratic Party or the Republicans. What's going on with them is crazy. Tonight's show is Dems Flailing. Just grabbing stuff, right? And we got Trump taxing. Got to talk about that. Elon firing. And Crockett still wilding out. There you go. Crockett still wilding out, guys. Man. We're gonna let it go as it go, man. We're gonna rock, man. I got some clips, I got some news, I got some commentary, I got you, and we are ready to start the show. Let's do this, people. Where we at?
Next on deck with Tim Black.
I think things could be different in 2026.
I want to go back to Elon Musk for a second, because, I mean, it is true that he spent $20 million on affiliated groups that were involved in this race. Is it a risk for Republicans to put all their eggs in that basket? Not only did he spend the money, he came to the state.
Right.
He came to the state. He talked about cutting Medicaid, Social Security through DOGE. Bringing those issues up.
Actually, he never talked. He explicitly said in Green Bay that he would not cut Social Security.
Well,
that's exactly what he said.
He talked at his rallies.
No, other people said about that, but I was there. I watched him. Okay. He did not say he was going to cut Medicaid.
Other people at his rallies who work for DOGE, who work for Elon Musk's organization, talked about those issues.
No, I was at the rally. Not one of them said that. That's what protesters
risks?
said, but nobody there actually said that.
Do you think that there are risks here?
There are. If people believe the lies that people are saying about that.
Being
but that's not at all what they said. If people believe that Medicaid and Medicare is going to be touched, that's just a outright lie. What he talked about are people who are over 120 years old who clearly are not alive.
Well, the reason I brought it up is
Social Security or Medicaid.
Okay, well,
that's totally wrong. I think
just to sort this out, the reason I brought this up is because the claim here is that there's massive, widespread fraud, and that's all they're addressing. That's obviously a
She said massive, widespread fraud. The theory is this massive, widespread fraud. No, Siri, don't do anything. First of all, Abby's lying. I'm not going to say she got it wrong. She's just lying. This is a lie. I'm doing a Roland Martin right now. You're lying. You're lying. It's a lie. It's a lie. I've been saying this, man. Look, Trump said explicitly he's not cutting benefits from Social Security, Medicare, or Medicaid. It's said 100 times, but see, here's the problem. Most people watch, well, not most people. Can't say most people anymore. The ratings suck. But a lot of people still watch CNN and MSNBC and all these other liberal corporate media, and they believe what they hear. They believe that. You know, they believe that that's what's going to happen, and that's the goal, and that's what they're doing. That's not it. But we got Republicans, you know, a few Republicans pushing back. I don't know what's going to end up happening. I say Trump said he's not going to cut those things. It's not even up to him to cut those things. It would be catastrophic if he cut those things. In fact, Democrats probably should hope he tried to cut those things, truly try to cut them, because then maybe they would have a shot in 2028. That's what you should hope he would really try. But instead, they're just lying and saying that's what he's going to do, and that's what he's doing, which is a total lie. This guy, Scott, is right. It's just the truth. He ain't cut Medicare, he ain't cut Medicaid, he ain't cut Social Security. This is just BS. And it's wrong. It is wrong, the amount of people who would allow this lie to fester in order to scare people. And that's all the Democrats got left is fear. Scaring people, they're scaring seniors, making them worried and feel like they're doomed. That's the only way they can survive right now, is to scare the hell out of you about Trump. These are the same people that say that's the GOP's tactics. No, that's the Democrats' tactics. That is a political tactic employed by both. It's being employed by Democrats who have no power right now, and all they can do is scare you with lies. That's it. He's totally right to push back on that. If you watch corporate media, you won't know it. If you watch liberal, independent media, they won't tell the truth because they are basically little corporate media. They're like corporate liberal media. Same thing, you know. Same deal. So, yeah. Anyway, keep going. And he got her pretty good, too. She didn't have much to say except, well, yeah.
Security or Medicare.
Okay, well,
that's totally wrong. I think
just to sort this out, the reason I brought this up is because the claim here is that there's massive, widespread fraud and that's all they're addressing. That's obviously a disputed claim because it's not true that 120-year-old people are getting Social Security checks. The checks stop at a certain point automatically because those checks and balances
but those Social Security numbers get counted for various parts of the federal government. So they don't get a benefit directly to those people, but they count for money that gets allocated to different departments in their budget. And they shouldn't be. If somebody is no longer alive.
Okay, so, and Abby's right too. And this is something the GOP has been doing. GOP has been making it seem like people are getting checks. They never said they're getting checks. See, this is why both parties suck, Johnson. Republicans never said they're getting checks. 120-year-old people are getting checks. It's that they're being counted. Now, I don't know if that means that money's getting allocated and it appears like it's being spent. I don't know what it means, but neither does Abby. Maybe Scott, this guy does. I don't know. But see, the fact that his name is Scott, he's a very annoying person. He used to be a governor, I think, of Arizona. What was he governor of? I don't know. But yeah, he's been annoying for many years. And I remember roasting him many times. That doesn't mean he's lying. He's being honest when he says, yeah, it doesn't mean they're getting a check, but it could mean this. It does mean this. It means other things. So at the end of it, though, it's like the system is garbage. It needs so much work, Johnson. Look, people people who are not a part of the government, who have never worked on the technical side of government, don't know anything. People that have worked in the government, who have an opportunity to look at the systems and know what old, decrepit systems run in the government, the inefficiencies of the government, it's set up to make money for people that work there. It's set up to be redundant. The bureaucracy, it's on purpose to make it not be simple, for it to be as bogged down as possible. I feel like it's all intentional. That's what I feel. I feel the government is so bad, it could only be this bad if it was intended to be this bad. You understand what I'm saying? Like, somebody ever talk to somebody, they say they can't hear you, and you like, you can't hear me? Nah, I couldn't hear you. I'm sitting right here. You couldn't hear me? No, I couldn't hear you. Because they didn't want to hear you. That's what I think about the federal government. The federal government runs in such a way that it doesn't want to do better. And I think it's because people are getting money. I believe that. And Abby tried to boil it all down like to a conspiracy theory that it's all fraud. Now, some of it is corruption. Some of it is waste. Okay? These are different things. She said just fraud. Like we got massive fraud, huh? Kooky conspiracy theory, QAnon, Trump people. Now we got old ass systems that are inefficient. We got redundancies in staff, redundancies in applications, old software that can't be updated like regular software. And who's working on it, I don't know. So anyway, guys, yeah, the point is very simple. Both parties suck in the messaging that the government runs well is BS. It's not all smoke and mirrors. It's not all lies when they say the systems suck. The systems do suck. And I dare anybody who's worked for the government in any technical capacity to tell me something different. If you because I was there. I seen the systems. We used to laugh at the systems. From a technical standpoint, it was bad. Okay. How you still gonna have mainframe systems, man? Y'all don't understand. Them dummy terminal systems are still being used in certain parts of the government. Only people that know a little bit about technology even know what I'm talking about. And most of you Gen Zs don't even know what I'm talking about. That's how old it is. The systems are older than you. The systems are older than you have been alive on Earth. And some of you are 30 years old, and the systems are older than you. You understand what I'm saying? You hear me? All right, let's keep going, Johnson. Oh man, what we talking about? Health, Medicare, Medicaid. Okay. Next, I think we're going to the next story. Let's go. What happened here? Something stopped. Why is it not playing? Oh, here we go. What happened? Something.
That should not be in place. On due process.
Democratic voters
Oh, damn, it just jumped forward. Okay, that must have been me. I must have hit something.
Going forward.
Well, again, I think in the end, he's going to have to continue to make the case. Part of the reason why when we talked about our recall, what flipped things for us early on in that recall process, Time Magazine called me Dead Man Walker. And the reason was because all the narratives coming out from the press, coming out from the left, were about all these horrible, egregious things. Once we started to give examples of things we were actually doing, not the things the
Why are we freezing here? Why are things freezing? Is it freezing for you guys? Why is my video freezing, man? It do not like me? Shit.
all voters disapprove 60.
Damn it, what's going on? This thing.
Continue to make the case. Part of the reason why when we talked about our recall, what flipped things for us early on in that recall process, Time Magazine called me Dead Man Walker. And the reason was because all the narratives coming out from the press, coming out from the left, were about all these horrible, egregious things. Once we started to give examples of things we were actually doing, not the things the press said, not the things that our opponents said.
Yeah, man, something's going on, man. Damn it. What's going on here? It's just freezing on me, Johnson. That's not good. I mean, I have all these clips other places. I guess I could play them individually. I don't know why it's doing this. Let's see what's happening here, guys. If you're on X, let me know if this thing is even working for you. Yeah, it's stopping. It stopped on the internet. Well, you know what? We're going to go to a commercial. I'm going to come back, and I'm going to have individual clips. That's what we'll do. We'll do the individual clips. We'll do it live. Damn it, we'll do it live, Johnson. We'll do it live. That's what we'll do. How much time we got?
Most news shows are suspect. They don't focus on black issues, and when they do, it's all fluff. How does that help your life? How does that help your family? How does that help the culture? They don't. The Tim Black Show is different. Tim Black gives you news for people who can't stand the news. Real, authentic, researched, entertaining, on point. Don't let nobody take your cornbread. Visit www.timblacktv.com today. Get black breaking news, politics, culture from someone you can trust. TimBlackTV.com. Join us today.
Yo. All right. I don't know why that hung up, but one monkey don't stop no show, man. I don't know what's happening with that. But let's go ahead and go to the next thing here.
Toledo. Voters' views of the Democrats in Congress among all voters disapprove 68%. And look at the approved number, just 20.
Okay, here we go.
Holy Toledo. Voters' views of the Democrats in Congress among all voters disapprove.
Okay, so there's a lot going on in Congress, Johnson. This is the latest survey about how things are really going. You know, now, once again, guys, these are polls. I don't control the polls, but this is what they are saying. And CNN was once known as the Clinton News Network. So let's see what the Clinton News Network, who's mostly Democrat-friendly.
68%. And look at the approved number, just 21%, even lower than the Democratic Party at large. This is the lowest on record for Democrats, according to Quinnipiac University polling. You think these numbers are bad? Let's go to this side of the screen. We'll look how Democratic voters feel. Get this. The plurality of Democratic voters disapprove of Democrats in Congress at 49%, and just 40% approve. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Oh, my goodness gracious, you just can't get worse than these numbers.
Now, look, guys, I reported 21 before, but that was another poll. So there's been several polls that have been out there that are saying different things, but all of them are bad things that they're saying, okay? It's not looking good for the Democratic Party, you know, and 21 and 27 are both low. 27 was the lowest. Now 21 is even lower. Some people wanted to use the 27 number before. Now they can't even do that. Now they got to use the 21 number. So as bad as they say Trump is doing, as bad as they say, Democrats are also sucking. They're sucking worse, okay? And that's where we are. So yeah. Not good at all. Not good at all if you're a Democratic Party head person and you're wondering, hey, can we get back in power here? We know we need to fight back against Trump. Yeah, fighting back. Yeah, I understand why you need to fight back against Trump. I understand that, and I get it. This is what politics is about. This is what our system gives us. Two major parties that are basically doing the same game plans, right? But one party is definitely way behind, and that party is the Democratic Party. And I'm very honest and upfront. I tell you guys, I'm what you call a Democratic Party hater. I want the Democratic Party out of business. I think they are not doing the business of the people. And I'm tired of Black Americans doing what? Giving 90 to 95% of our vote to the same party for 50 years straight. Now, I know we got a lot of people who are very adamant that the Democratic Party is fantastically or they're getting paid to say that. It's maybe some of them believe it. Maybe some of them are brain damaged enough to believe that. But if anybody does anything 50 years in a row, it achieves the same results that we've been achieving, which is Black Americans going up only 3%, only a 3% increase in home ownership in 50 years, voting for the same party. You can say that's Republican. Somebody wrote me. They said, Tim Black, I told my family what you said. I told my family that Black America has only moved 3 percentage points in home ownership in 50 years after voting for the Democrats every year, every election. And they said they blame the Republicans. See, there's nothing you can do with that. There ain't nothing you can do with that. If you got people that say, I'm with him, and he has got you locked up, beat up, shot up, living outside, eating worms and crickets, and wearing clothes with big holes in them, and on the run from the cops. Like, what else you got to wait for? You got to say, maybe I need to cut this guy. Not us. And I'm not talking about all of us, but some of us is going, well, if we would have hung out with the other people, we'd be dead. That's the only comeback. You're not gonna hold the Democrats accountable at all. Nope. Because see, if they admit that it's possible things could be better off, being able to go up to the negotiating table every election and making each party compete for your vote, if they admit that that's a smarter, more reasonable way, they'd have to admit they were wrong. And they don't want to do that. They don't want to admit that they may be following the herd, being a sheep. Bah, may not be the best way to go. Now, I know we got a lot of talking heads in the Democratic Party. We got a lot of talking heads on cable news. Black ones, black faces in high places, who will tell us that it's crazy to do anything else. Those people are tokens that are paid to lie to you. That's all they are. I met some of them. They suck. They're looking out for themselves. And if you get them alone, separate, away from the pack, they'll admit Democrats suck. They'll never do it on TV. They'll never admit it to the world. They'll never say it in a venue that helps you. But if they was hanging out with friends and having a couple drinks, they'd say it. That's because they only worried about themselves. They put themselves over the collective, even if it would be very helpful to Black America to get their mindsets right. And when I say, hey, we got to start voting for Democrats, the rest of the country gets it. White people get it. Latinos got it. Asians got the memo. When Black people going to get the memo collectively? When we going to get the memo that all other groups got? I don't know if it's ever going to happen, man. They still see people like me telling them we need to hold the Democrats accountable. We need to make them earn our vote. It doesn't mean you never, ever vote for the Democrat. It doesn't mean you run over and become a Republican, goofy. Be an independent thinker. Be an independent voter. Be a swing voter. If anybody's earned the right to be a swing voter, it's us. It's us. What I'm saying makes sense, and it's a travesty. It's a damn travesty that there are Black people with big platforms who aren't saying it. You know, people, I saw somebody was giving 50 Cent some shade. I forget who it was. It said 50 Cent. Oh, that guy Gary Chambers was giving 50 Cent shade because he went down to Louisiana, a place he's dumping millions of dollars in the Shreveport, you know, to put a studio down there and make movies and such. And Gary Chambers said something to the effect, where was 50 Cent on the national scale? Why he coming down to Louisiana to mess with us? Gary, he gonna put some jobs in Shreveport that you can't do, brother. I know you know that though, right? He said, why he coming down to Shreveport meddling in our politics in Louisiana? Him and Roland were doing victory laps about this because 50 was back or something by the governor that they found was undesirable. And look, 50 and anybody else, I take the criticism that 50 Cent did not say some things on the national scale. I say that, I admit that. Maybe it would be better if he did, but maybe if he said anything, it was just going to be negative against your girl Kamala, and you would have all been upset anyway. So don't be careful what you ask for. You start asking people that are bold, that speak their mind, who are now working for the Democrats, you ask them why they're not getting involved in national politics. Maybe them getting involved will be counter to your own interests. But better than that, bigger than that is the fact that we got people who have platforms who won't tell you that we need to get away from the Democratic Party. That we need to make a decision. We should not be an automatic anything. We should not be an automatic on speed dial that we just vote for them. That's stupid. Once again, nobody else does it. This poll here shows you exactly what I'm talking about. Well, the poll I had on the screen a minute ago shows you exactly what I'm talking about. Nobody else adheres to that type of stupidity, that type of strategy, which is no strategy at all. It's crazy. We got to cease doing it. The rest of the country's already got the memo. It's time for Black America to get theirs. All right, guys, let's move it on. Let's move on to the next topic. Yeah, man, hit the like button if this makes any sense to you. Hit the like button. Now, I don't know, which one is this, 103? Okay, so, look, man, Jasmine Crockett's in the news again because Jasmine Crockett is going Jasmine Crockett. I tell you, man, and, contrary to your opinion, I think Jasmine Crockett loves when we cover her. I think she's sitting back with pictures of herself on all the windows and all the doors and all the wall space, looking at herself going, yeah, girl, you go, Jazz. Because I think she a narcissist, an egomaniac. That's what I believe about her. And she was in Congress and she was going at Pam Bondi. And she said Pam Bondi came for her. She's coming for Pam Bondi. Check this out.
To have the sitting attorney general go on, and I'm gonna call it faux news. I know some of y'all love it, but it's fake to me. To have her go on Fox News and to then decide that she wanted to send a threat to me, it was wrong. Because here it is, she is the highest law enforcement agent in this country, and people are watching and they are consuming this information and they are believing that simply because I decided that I wanted to exercise my right to free speech, which I am not abridged from doing, that she then wanted to then politicize something that should not be politicized.
What? Y'all hear this? I'm gonna let it play because I don't think many of y'all know what Jasmine Crockett said that got her in trouble. It wasn't about the Hot Wheels. That's not what got her in trouble. Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about when you said Elon, somebody should take out Elon? I think it was to take out Elon. That's what you're talking about, right? You ain't talking about that dumbass joke that was just in bad taste. People do that all the time. I don't think nothing should happen to you about that. Let's keep going.
I don't like Elon Musk. Okay. I'm going to say it 50,000 times. I don't like him. I don't like that he going out there and he firing people. I think that he's a crook because somehow the rest of us can't sit around and get whatever federal contracts.
The rest of us can't sit around and get federal contracts. She had decided that she was going to. That's what the Attorney General did. She had decided she was going to. They're going to spin this and make this seem like this is the most powerful rebuttal to Pam Bondi ever done. Wow, I can see rolling now. 15-minute video saying how this was amazing. She took down Pam Bondi. She took her down. With what?
We want. The rest of us can't sit around and get law enforcement and get them somehow ordained as federal law enforcement to protect him.
The rest of us can't sit around. She do a lot of sitting around in their speeches. Yeah, we're not the richest person in the world, are we, Jasmine Crockett? I bet you Soros could. I bet you Bill Gates could sit around and get people to do things. I bet you Mark Cuban could, and Oprah Winfrey could, and Tyler Perry could, because they're all rich as hell. Now you're saying you just realize that working people don't have as much influence as the richest person on planet? You can't make this up, guys. I mean, I know, look, man, I know y'all want to cape for her. I know you see Brown, and that's all you see, man. But you got to listen to what she's saying. You can't just follow behind somebody because they brown skin, man. Come on, man. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. We can do better than that. What she's saying is the most basic of things. Yo, in what world can you say? Can you muster the belief, right? That it's okay to be like, it's gonna be my birthday's tomorrow. You know what I want for my birthday? I want somebody to take out XYZ person. Yo, that seems as a threat to anybody. How is that good? How can you not expect, like, people saying, what are you saying? And you're a congressperson. Does she have anything really to complain about, y'all? Come on, man. If she was a rapper, come on, man. If she was a rapper, she'd be in trouble. Yo. If she would have said, if she'd have been a rapper, and she would have said, tomorrow's my birthday, and all I want is somebody to take down Kendrick Lamar. All Kendrick's people be on standby, be looking for her. But she, as a congressperson, not a regular citizen, but as a congressperson, she said that. She didn't need to say that. She said it to get social media fame, just like anybody else on TikTok or Facebook or Instagram. Why would she need to say that? Why would you say that knowing, why would she say that? Look, guys, and remember, she said it full well knowing that there are people bombing his cars, shooting at his cars, emptying bullets into his cars, dragging out people that are driving his cars and beating their ass. She knows that. Why would you say that? And why would you defend it? Look, man. Look, here's my rule, guys. You can say whatever you want to say in this world, just be able to stand on it. And if you're going to say something controversial, don't act like a victim when it bites you in the ass. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying she should go to jail for it. I'm not saying she's supposed to be censored. Maybe, because that's a public official. I let them decide that. By the way, getting censored doesn't mean you get removed. Congress had to vote you out. I don't even know how that works. But she ain't even close to that. You know, we had all types of people in Congress. But guys, my thing is, how hypocritical. I thought she's supposed to be a brave sister, the new face of the Democratic Party. Why you can't stand on what you said, sister? Why you gotta throw rocks and hide your hand and then claim victim? You know what you said, and you know it sounded bad. And instead of saying, being quiet about it and moving on, you are bringing it back up, and you're defending it, calling it free speech to say you want somebody taken out that's already getting more death threats, and actually having people shooting up his companies and setting fire to his company. Literally. This is how bad it is. And look, imagine I just think about all the Democrats, all the progressives, who have to pretend that this makes sense. Just imagine like Sam Cedar and David Packman and Simone Sanders and Bakari Sellers all sitting there trying to make this sound like normal because they don't want to be on the wrong side of Jasmine Crockett in the Democratic Party mob. They got to act like this is good things to say. They got to pretend that it's fine. Al Sharpton got to pretend it's cool. It's cool to say these things, knowing damn well it's not. Lord have mercy. Okay, so
the rest of us can't get our dealerships protected by the federal government. That is somebody that is operating above the law. For what?
The rest of us can't get our dealerships. Yeah, but the rest of us don't have Congress people saying, do me a favor. For my birthday, take out Elon Musk. Like most people don't have a congressperson saying that either, do they? Can you see what you get my point? Yeah, most people do not have the attorney general telling them to cool their heels and watch what they say. But most Americans who own businesses do not have Congress people using their platforms to threaten their businesses. Yeah.
Whatever reason, just because he has a lot of money, more money than everybody else. And yes, I am happy to see that on my birthday, which is what I said, there were peaceful protests around.
You didn't say that. You didn't say peacefully protest. You said take out Elon. I want to see Elon taken out. That's what you said. That's not the same thing as saying, I want to see protests. You could have said, on my birthday, everybody protest Elon Musk peacefully. There would have been no news cycle. Do we really got to act this dumb? Hold up, guys. Do we really got to act this dumb? If she would have said, for my birthday, will everybody peacefully protest Elon? We all know it never would have made news. Can we be honest enough and admit that she said this to get publicity? She did it to make a scene? That it was self-serving? She could have said that. No one would have talked about it. Nobody would have, I don't know, maybe if they AI'd her, made an AI that made us look like she said something, and then she could go after those people, right? But if she would have said peacefully protest, this would not have been a story. You didn't say peacefully protest. You said take him down, take him out. That's different than peacefully protest. Just because no one took him out doesn't mean you were right to say, I hope somebody take him out on my birthday. You know, Elon is a rich bastard. He don't need me to defend him. He probably got security out the ass. But if somebody would have said that about Barack Obama, see, we got to stop the level of hypocrisy. If somebody would have said that about Barack Obama or about Michelle Obama, oh my God. Somebody would have said that about Kamala Harris. If somebody said, for my birthday, a Republican congressman would have said, for my birthday is Tuesday. On my birthday, if somebody want to do me a birthday present, will y'all take out Kamala Harris? This whole damn thing would have stopped. Everything would have froze. That's my point. These Democrats are full of crap. And then what is she even talking for? If you do something this dumb, as a black person, you are lucky you got off light. You better be glad they didn't send Homeland Security to your house to pick your ass up. That's what I'm saying. If Trump is a fascist like you say, if Pam Bondi is a fascist like you say, and this is a dictatorship, right? They'd already picked you up, Jasmine Crockett. That's what would have happened. Let you be in China talking about you want somebody in China and a person working with the governor as a special employee that you want them taken out for your birthday and see what happened. See, they get to talking and they get on there, they no, it gets good to them. They get to talking, it gets good to them, and they say things that they can't walk back. And only things morons and liars will agree with. In a dictatorship, in a country that is run by dictators, Jasmine Crockett will be in jail. The fact that she's not in jail, the fact that she is not in the El Salvadorian prison says everything about all the lies they've been saying. Name one of those dictator-run dictatorships where you can make a statement like Jasmine Crockett said and be free. She says she don't got freedom of speech because somebody told her to watch what she says. Not because they came and got her. Not because they took her away and beat her with rubber hoses and waterboarded her. She said she does not have freedom of speech because Pam Bondi told her to cool it and watch what she says. You are a congressperson. All right, man. I don't even think anybody should have a problem with me calling it out, but they will. They're going to cry because she's brown. And she was Marjorie Taylor Greene saying this about Obama, or saying this about Mark Cuban, or saying it about Oprah Winfrey, or saying it about Bill Gates, or saying about any other George Soros or anybody else. Nobody would defend it because she's black and got a big mouth, and Charlemagne and the crew and Simone Sanders and Joy Reid and all these people co-signed for. And she brown skinned, I think it's okay. It's not. And if she got jacked up, it'd be what she deserved, because you don't need to say shit like that. Not in this environment. Y'all must want this country really to implode.
And yes, I am happy to see that on my birthday, which is what I said, there were peaceful protests around this world against him, because he is a problem. And so you never should have somebody that is sitting that high and is going to sit up.
She talking about herself. Nay, we shouldn't have nobody sitting as high as you, congressperson, making threats on private companies, trying to get private company CEOs hit. And even playing around like that. You shouldn't, you go too far. You went too far. You got a big mouth. You got excited. Somebody played you on SNL. Jimmy Kimmel brought you on the show. And now you think you're a celebrity. You get to say whatever you want to say. You want to be an influencer. I thought you wanted to be a lawmaker. You want to be an influencer? You want to be a comedian? Come sit over here on the Tim Black Show. But as long as you are a lawmaker and a congressperson of the United States, you can't say stupid shit like that. Your name ain't Bill Burr. Your name ain't Tiffany Haddish. What are you doing?
Up here and threaten a sitting member of Congress when she knew good and well, if she watched the entire thing, that I specifically...
Entire thing. No, you said it. What you said later to clean it up once it hit your head, that this is a dumb thing to say. Does it matter? Does it matter? So anyway, Pam Bondi did respond to, she didn't respond to her this time. If she did respond, I don't have a response from Pam Bondi. What I do have from Pam Bondi is her talking about the arrest of other people. As far as it goes to this Elon Musk.
Clear, if you take part in the wave of domestic terrorism against Tesla properties, we will find you, arrest you, and put you behind bars. Today, I'm proud to announce that the Department of Justice has unsealed federal charges against another Tesla attacker. We've charged Cooper Frederick in the firebombing of a Tesla dealership that occurred on March 7th in Loveland, Colorado. All of these cases are a serious threat to public safety. Therefore, there will be no negotiating. We are seeking 20 years in prison. The crime was committed in Colorado, and thanks to the great investigative work by the FBI, the defendant was arrested in Plano, Texas. Let this be a warning. You can run, but you cannot hide. Justice is coming.
Yeah, man, that's a damn dumb thing to do. It's a damn dumb thing to do. And it's been egged on by Democratic Party people who lost an election, who use every time you turn around and talk about January 6th, what are you doing? You said Trump instigated an insurrection. What are you instigating? Telling people that Elon Musk is cutting Social Security. Saying Elon Musk is cutting Medicare and Medicaid. Now we got people going to jail for 20 years. That's a dumb thing to go to jail for, man. Going to jail for this. Going to jail for a Democratic Party. What an idiot. What an idiot. You can't fix stupid. If you're dumb enough to go out here and destroy property with a political, with some political stance or a political move to try to change people's politics or whatever that is you're trying to do, man, that's crazy. If you go buy a Tesla and you decide you want to destroy it, fine. That's your property. You can do whatever you want to do to your property as long as you don't destroy it in a way that threatens the lives of other people. But you can't destroy somebody else's property particularly for political reasons. You can't destroy people's property, period. But this is politics. It's crazy, Johnson. All right, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I just can't believe that there are people that there's really how could there be a counter argument to some of the most basic things in our society, man? Like, what are you doing? Like, black people, we got enough to worry about. We do. We got enough going on, man. We need to make sure our schools improve. We need to find jobs. Summer's coming. We need to be worried about our young people having summer jobs. We got a number of things going on, man. Why would we be concerned with trying to destroy Elon Musk's Tesla company? Like, if don't buy one, I get it, man. Don't buy a Tesla. I wasn't going to buy one anyway, but don't buy a Tesla. Hey, you know, when the people got mad at Coors, they didn't buy Coors, or was it Bud Light? People say Tim Bud Light. When people stopped buying Bud Light, hey, man, hey, Republicans boycott all the time, baby. Boycott. Spend your money with who you want to spend your money with. The most American thing there is choosing how to spend your money. But it is against the law to go destroy property that ain't yours. To make a political statement at that for politicians that ain't doing nothing for you. Really? Dog, like, if you're going to be, look, man, I want to tell, see, Jasmine Crockett won't tell you. Do not let the Democratic Party put a battery in your back. Them Democrats don't give a damn. They care about themselves. They care about their own careers. Don't let them gas you up and have you in jail, man. Or woman, anybody. Don't do it. Next. Hit the like button if that makes any sense, y'all. We got a couple more videos. We got more to go. I can't believe people are this crazy. 20 years. 20 years because you want to be in the cool people's club. Yeah. All right. I did. You know, lately I've been seeing a lot of this guy, Tim Walz, man. And I don't know why they brought him out, man. I don't know why people think Tim Walz is interesting. He's not. And this segment right here was just embarrassing, man. Like Tim Walz been jumping on, he's been jumping around, and they've been interviewing him and talking to him and stuff. And this is just sad. Listen to these authors talk about the Kamala Harris 2024 race.
And John, the night that Biden dropped out in July and endorsed Harris as the Democratic nominee, Governor Tim Walz called Harris, you guys report, and he pitched himself to be her number two. He says, quote, "I'm the one who can do this," he told her. Was Walz always going to be her pick even from day one, do you think? And do you think he will run in 2028?
He was always most likely to be her pick. There was a small set of people. It was a short run to do the vetting process. There were problems with most of the other candidates that she was looking at. And the big thing that I think the folks around her worried about was that she might pick somebody who could overshadow her. And they were not worried about that with Tim Walz in particular. Governor.
Ow! Ow, baby. Ow, baby. You realize what that's saying? She was not worried about, she didn't want to pick anybody that was better than her. In picking Tim Walz, she was safe. Because he sucks. Yeah, he can sit in the back. You know, no one's going to be thinking, why are we voting for her? We should be voting for him. Do you realize how bad that is? It's like, you want to go out, go into the club, go pick up some ladies, holler at some girls, get some phone numbers. You go with your ugliest friend because you figure, I'm going to get all the play, baby. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm going to get the ladies, dog. And that's just cold-blooded, man. That's just cold-blooded. Tim Walz is going on these programs talking all this smack. Talking this stuff, talking. Thinking he's a comedian, making one-liners up about Trump and J.D. Vance. And hey, more power to you, brother, more power to you. But the fact remains, the only reason why we know who you are is because you was worse than Kamala. That's bad. The only reason why we know who Tim Walz is because he was the worst person that she could choose that made him safe. Because she couldn't choose Governor Newsom. He's got good hair. He's got jazz hands. Couldn't pick Josh Shapiro. He's the dime store Obama. Oh, come on now. All right, everybody. All right, over here in Chicago. I'm just like Obama, but I'm light-skinned, really light-skinned. I'm just like Obama, but I'm actually whiter than him, half white. I'm totally white. I'm just like Obama. Yeah. They not like us. See, I know certain songs too. She couldn't pick him. She couldn't pick Josh Shapiro. She couldn't pick Gretchen Whitmer. Governor of Michigan, she couldn't pick her. Governor of Michigan, hey man, she had a good story to tell. They tried to kill me. They tried to come for me. The militia, the MAGA, tried to come and kidnap me. And we had to thwart their attack on me, but I was ready for them. I had my guns loaded, baby. I was cocked and loaded. I was going to blow a hole in all them MAGA hats. Kamala Harris don't have interesting stories like that. Kamala's stories are, I lived down the street from a lady that used to babysit us on the weekends. And she was a really nice lady. And she would be like a second mom. We grew up working class until I was 13. We finally were able to get a little bit of money to, we had to hear this damn story about the lady and about the apartment and about that. But the only reason why we know who Tim Walz is because his stories were even more boring than Kamala's. Yeah, that's right. The rest of the people that she could have chose were good enough that they should have been at the top of the ticket. And the last thing Kamala wanted was an accomplished mayor, whether you like her or not. I'm sorry, governor. Dollar store. Dollar store Obama or jazz hands. She chose Elmer Fudd, the guy that couldn't load a gun in his own stunt. You see this guy do a stunt? He wanted the cameras to follow him. He had a gun. He was supposed to be hunting quail. And he couldn't even load the gun. Out there in his freshly... Look, guys, if you're going to do a photo op and had a press out to do some cushy story, your glossy covers of you, and you're going to wear camouflage, you want to depict that you're the every guy, you're a hunter, you're a man's man, you should make sure the clothes you wear been worn more than once. Your clothes should look worn in. Your gun should be already been tested. You should be using the gun you already use. This guy here was freshly from the cleaners, from the store, camouflage, all stiff. A gun he don't know how to load. Trying to tell the American people that he's an everyday kind of guy. And now we're going to have to be forced to listen to his ass for the next couple of years as he gears up to run for president because a bunch of dumb progressives says, I like him. Minnesota's great. Bump him and Keith Ellison. Keith Ellison's a petty dude, too. I remember you, Keith, you bastard. I don't like Keith Ellison, man. They got short man's disease, most of them, especially Keith Ellison. All right, let's go, guys. Hit the like button if you want to. Hit the like button, guys. Try to get to 400 likes. Let's move on to the next story. Jesus Christ. What else we got here? 1, 2, 3. Bakari Sellers is going to complain. What's Bakari complaining about? Bakari, man,
You saw a repudiation of the fact that Donald Trump got elected to seal the southern border and to reduce the. I think you saw a repudiation of the fact that Donald Trump got elected to seal the southern border and to reduce the price of eggs. Donald Trump has come to Washington, D.C. and flipped things upside down in a way that people do not want. And so today you had, I forget the department because they shut a new department down every day, but you had employees, I think it was HHS today, I can't recall, who it was at HHS?
At the health department,
Yeah, at the health
CDC,
department,
and
standing
all
in
of
line
this.
today,
Yeah.
and they didn't know who was going to be hired and who wasn't. And so you can sit here and say that, oh, we're not going to cut Medicaid, we're not going to do this, but the people who are in charge of running those programs don't have jobs today. And so it's hard to effectuate and put those policies in place if Elon Musk is here running roughshod on the government.
Elections, it was 10-1 that the Democrats outspent the Republicans. And yes, Democrats are obviously more.
Yeah, that's another thing they've been pointing out. They would keep saying Elon Musk, he went down to Wisconsin, he did this, he did that, and yeah, but they're not keeping it real about what really was on the ground in Wisconsin. Democrats got to win. They cost it. It's been a lot of money to get that win, baby. It's been a lot of money to get that win. Jesus Christ. Let's keep going. Everybody thinks Elon Musk put a whole bunch. He went there so he wouldn't have to put a bunch of money in it.
Florida races. In the Florida races, it's 10-1.
money.
So talk about buying an election. But you said that President Trump was elected to secure the border. He was elected to.
What the heck? She said grassroots money. I had the actual numbers. We'll get to that after we finish. What is Debbie Wasserman, the Crypt Keeper? Where'd she come from? Jim Carville with a wig. Who let her out here? Who let Debbie Wasserman out of her crypt? Come on, man. How does that happen? Jesus Christ.
Lower the price of eggs. Guess what? Both of those things have happened. Mortgage rates have also come down. Oil prices have come down.
If you think the kitchen table issues today, if you think that people are sitting at home today and saying that their prices have gone down today, then you need to go outside and have these town hall meetings.
That's so funny with Bakari Sellers. Why wasn't he saying this for 4 years when prices were up under Biden? Oh, that's right, because he's a hack. We all know prices were higher. Yeah, so everybody was complaining, Bakari, but not Bakari. Bakari was quiet as his people were in charge and prices were higher. The prices are not higher now than they were under Biden. They're lower than they were under Biden. How could you be a Democrat and talk about this and be able to do it with a straight face unless you have no soul? Soul off. Soul off. How could you do it? How could you do it? Didn't Biden kill all the chickens? The egg prices ain't even got nothing to do with Trump. The eggs, Biden killed the chickens, the bird flu, right? So he slaughtered like all these chickens. That's the reason. It's not nothing to do with president. But it's just horrific, man, in my opinion, how they can continue to pretend that for 4 years life was great. Look, guys, the reason if you're new to this show, you got to understand something. The main reason why Trump is president is that the Democrats suck. If the Democrats didn't suck so bad, Trump wouldn't have got reelected. This is his second term. Each time that Trump was elected is because the world, the country, hates Democrats. You just got to admit what is true is true. And if Biden was doing a great job, Dick Bakari had a reason for that, talking about the prices and talking about the average working American and what they were going through raising their families. Then why Kamala couldn't beat Trump? Because when they asked Kamala, what you going to change? Is there anything you're going to do differently? She said nothing. Nothing comes to mind. People rejected her off of that because things weren't going well. And in fact, Bakari Sellers and the rest of them, the Goon Squad, dropped the G. couldn't admit it, doesn't change reality.
Saying that the egg prices have come down, the oil prices have come down, mortgage rates have come down.
Waffle House still has a 50-cent surcharge on eggs. Okay.
I went shopping the other day. And
I think the other thing that's really important to point out is the referendum.
Dude just said Waffle House has a 50-cent surcharge. It laughed like that was like, what they call a banger. Y'all check this out. Hey, Bakar, you ain't got front for these people, dog. You and I both know your leader's ass ain't no damn Waffle House. Come on, man. We both know. You hanging out with Andrew Gillum. You know, I met you. You know I know. I saw you when you came to Ohio. I don't know why I need to turn you to Ohio. I don't know what you was thinking. I think she got less votes because you came to Ohio. That's all I can think. It's like, why? I know why I'm here. I know why Dr. West is here. I know why Danny Glover's here. I don't know why. Why is Bakari here with this old ass stump speech he using that he used back when he was in a position in South Carolina? Why is he here telling these? I don't get it. You didn't make nobody vote for Nina Turner. You just made people try to erase their votes when they saw you. It was like, can I get a new slip, please? Well, man, we've already cast your ballot for Nina Turner. I know, but Bakari Sellers is down here. I can't believe she's running around with the riffraff of Bakari. Hey, can I redo my voting ballot? Can't stand Bakari Sellers.
In Wisconsin, the voter ID referendum, which was President Trump's one huge priority for President Trump, voter IDs, and it passed by double digits, and that I think was also a very big win. So
people think voter IDs, man, we got voter stations that need to be individual votes. Let's talk about Wisconsin so you know what's going on here, man. I say, look, man, Elon Musk. He went down to Wisconsin, which you should never do. Never go outside, Elon. Maybe places where MAGA people are, but nowhere else. You're not a really effective speaker. I was like, when I saw him go to Wisconsin, I'm like, Jesus. But here's the real thing about Wisconsin and what happened. The players at stakes. Elon Musk was George Soros. We got the Republican guy with money that's giving money to the Republicans. Well, I should say Trump, not Republicans, the pro-Trump billionaire. And we got George Soros, the pro-Democratic Party billionaire. They both came down, okay? Soros sent money. The election was April 1st, Wisconsin Supreme Court, conservative Brad Schimel versus liberal Susan Crawford. And they want to control the courts, 4-3, ideological balance in the key swing state. So this is an important vote. It's an important vote. Supreme Court vote. How much was spent? Musk spent $20 to $26 million total. A lot of money. He spent a lot of money, $20 million. $3 million of it went to the Wisconsin GOP. Millions more via American PAC and Building America's Future. Plus, Musk handed out $1 million voter checks. $1 million voter checks, which they're not even bringing up. He gave people $1 million to vote. It was controversial. He made some people millionaires. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Here's what Soros did. Soros, $2 million to Wisconsin Democrats. Other liberals, J.B. Pritzker, $1.5 million, pushed Crawford's total support to $40 million. Grand total race of $90 to $100 million. Yeah. The most expensive judicial election in U.S. history. And it's because of Soros and Pritzker, Democrat people giving Democrat money, and Musk. And Susan Crawford won. She won by 9 to 10 points, which is pretty convincing, you know. It matters because people are looking at the influence of Trump in Elon on politics, and if Elon's going to be a drag, and it looks like at least for as far as Wisconsin, maybe it's best if Elon don't come out and support you. Maybe he should just send money. Musk spent $20 million, couldn't beat Crawford's $40 million in a grassroots push. Soros spent less money himself, but Crawford already had money. Like I said, it was 2-1 as far as, at the end of the day, how much money she had. Okay. So, I don't know. You can say billionaires flexed, but the voters flexed harder. So, yeah, it was an important race. And if you got Republicans pretending that it wasn't, yeah, I'm not saying the Democrats are running away with anything. They're not. But what I am saying, it's significant that they lost that the Republicans lost. And if they're denying that it was a problem, that they would rather, you can't deny that you would rather win than lose, and you lost. So there's that. It doesn't mean the Democrats are out of the, out of the darkness. They're still in the darkness. All right. Anything else on this? I think that's it, right? That's it. Next story. That's probably more than people wanted to know, but I felt like, hey man, we need to know some of this stuff a little bit. What she said, here's what Crawford had to say. She won, okay? Here's the lady that won the seat.
Someone who watches out for people. But I've got to tell you, as a little girl growing up in Chippewa Falls, I never could have imagined that I'd be taking on the richest man in the world.
With twice as much money. You had twice as much money that he spent. They leave that part out. That's crazy. You're running against a guy. You're running against whose name? Schimmel? I don't even know who this guy. I don't know her. I know either one of them. But the Democrats are so dishonest. They won't even tell you they outspent the richest man in the world in order to win that seat. Kind of important fact if you're going to lean into how much money he has. When you think she doesn't know they outspent Elon Musk, she knows. But why would you tell people the truth? Because you want them to think you have momentum because your policies were so great. Hey, look, it's a big win when you beat the person with less money. Yeah, when you're the person with less money and you win, that's when you get to brag. You don't really get to brag when you have more money. Here's my point. When Trump beat Hillary, he had less money. When Trump went up against Kamala, he had less money. For Democrats to win, what do you need? More money. Ta-da! And why is it that you're getting it here? You're getting it here because Tim Black tells you straight. That's right. All you got to do is Google it, look it up. Why aren't all the other people that are covering this, why aren't they telling you the truth that the Democrats had to outspend almost 2-1 in order to win? There it is. And if they did need to do it, they probably wouldn't have done it. Why'd they do it? They did it for a reason. All right, next story. Do I even have any more politics? I got some pop culture stuff I want to get to, man. Yo, man, Cory Booker. Cory Booker, man, I don't have to tell you. I got to tell you, Cory Booker set a record by doing a filibuster, the longest filibuster in history. Was it 26 hours? I don't know, over 24 hours. He destroyed Strom Thurmond or whatever his name was, who wanted to go against the Voting Rights Act, I think it was. And here's the thing, guys, and this is it, man. Why? Why'd he do that? No, I know why he beat the guy. He beat the redneck Republican bigot or whatever. I get that. But my thing is, why did he do this? People, I want to know what you think. Why do you think Cory Booker went and did a filibuster, stood on his feet and spoke and read stuff and did stuff? I mean, he was standing for a long time. Why did Cory Booker do that? He did it because it's a perfect example of what the Democrats are really about. They're about the show. Now, if you've been criticizing or watching me criticize them, you know, it's something I say about the Democrats all the time. They're all show and no pony. They're all show and no fight. No real fight. Folks, he wasn't blocking anything. He wasn't trying to get anything passed. He just there talking. He wanted to show I can talk for a long time about nothing. Now, when there are things that are on the ballot that you want to get passed, why you never did that? Cory Booker, when there was a chance for you to stand up like that about health care, why didn't you do it? Why didn't you filibuster when you couldn't get things done for health care, Cory Booker? Because I heard some of his speech. He was talking as if he stood for all this stuff. But why did he not have the energy, the stamina, the commitment to do a filibuster when he was trying to get something done for you? Folks, once again, there was nothing to get done. There was no bill he was trying to get signed. There was nothing he was trying to get brought to the floor. There was nothing he was blocking. He just did it to do it. And I got people, I seen them go on Jake Tapper and go on this show and that show, and they acting like this is positive. It's only positive because people don't watch Tim Black's show enough. Because I tell you, if you could go show your ass about something that does nothing for us, and you want people to clap for it, I'm sorry, it does do one thing. It got people saying Cory Booker's name. Damn it, there it is. That's all it was. The same thing you get when Jasmine Crockett's talking about nothing. When she's just talking. When she's just shooting off at the mouth. The only thing that's accomplished is she gets to get her name to circulate. Folks, Cory Booker just created a content. He just did some content creation. He just did a live stream just to get the views. And that's okay if you're a live streamer. And that's okay if you're a content creator. But it's not okay if you're a congressperson or a senator. You're supposed to do that in order to help America. Not help yourself, not raise your profile so you can run in 2028. What other reason could it be for? And hasn't there been issues? Haven't there been issues over the last 5 years that would deserve it of you to do this? And then why didn't you do it then? See, these are questions you should ask. These are questions other journalists might ask. If there were some that would have talked to him today. It said they talked to him like he had just won a marathon, like he had just did something fantastic. He set a record at a thing nobody should give a damn about. Yeah, we had a bigot held a record for filibustering against the Civil Rights or Voting Rights Act. That was a big deal. He was against something. People knew what it was. He will be able, and that's the thing that people will hate him for. And unfortunately, probably some people loved him for it at the time too. What Cory Booker did neither gets love nor hate. It should be considered what people would call a nothing burger. Because it was for nothing. It accomplished nothing. It changes nothing. Except one thing. People talking about Cory Booker. It's the epitome of, hey, everybody, look at me. I got a 3-year-old daughter. And she does stuff like that, She come in the room, pop, 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 pop. Look at this. I'm looking at this. Okay. Yay, baby, yay. She's 3. She come back in, she wearing a skirt, some frilly thing. Pop. Look at me. My dress, look. I'm like, okay, yay, pretty dress, pretty. Hey, pretty. Now, when you're 55-year-old Cory Booker, and your job is to pass legislation and fight for the people, you should not be coming on my television or my damn phone going, hey, Tim Black. Hey, Tim Black. Come on, Tim Black. Look at me. And that's what Cory Booker did. And Cory Booker's not 3, and he's not my granddaughter. And to him, I say, sit your chrome dome ass down. Why didn't you filibuster when we're trying to get those cops, get rid of qualified immunity, Cory Booker? I said, why didn't you filibuster when they were voting against ending qualified immunity? Why weren't you filibustering on that? See, that would be a question Jake Tapper could have asked. Jake Tapper would rather write books about what people know about Joe Biden and when they know it, when they know Joe Biden was full of it. When they know his elevator was out of order. You know? Yeah. We got some hacks, man. We got some hacks. All right, guys, let me know what you think in the comments section, man. It is what it is. Pathetic. You know, man, I like comedians. Everybody knows I like comedians, right? Comedians lately have been more important to me, I think, than politicians. Yeah, I'm beginning to like comedians more, man. You know, because of stuff. Here goes one of my comedian friends here. Well, one of our comedian friends. I don't know him personally.
What about your reaction to Luigi Mangione? I was reading up, that perhaps you've been so. What about your reaction to Luigi Mangione? I was reading up, that perhaps you've been supportive of what he did. What is your take on that?
If you were reading up, I don't think you read up on it. Because I said what I felt about it, and I said what a lot of people said.
Some people took it that way. So could you clarify what you think?
No, I'm not going to just have some controversial moments so you can get clicks. I'm not doing that. I'm here for Conan. I'm not doing all of this. What are you going to bring up next? The Middle East? I went to summer school 3 out of 4 years in high school. I'm not qualified to talk about this.
I was just going to bring it down.
What do you think about global warming?
You said about Elon that he was ruining Earth, I saw on The View. You're critical of him. What do you think of all the boycotts, like even the violence
I don't watch the news. I don't watch the news. I have no idea what's going on. I watch Instagram. I watch people wipe out on motorcycles. I watch lions and hyenas fight each other. This is the things that I do. And I don't think you should be asking a comedian. You're a journalist.
Comedians are on top of current events.
No. That's weak. That's you guys passing the buck. You guys need to have balls again, which you don't. You guys always goes, should we be thinking this? Duh. You guys present stuff like that. You guys used to have balls. You need to get your balls back. And it's not my job. I am a dancing clown.
You know what's refreshing about this, even though he did kind of pass the buck on it, which is cool, Yeah, I mean, it's not really cool. Yeah, he did say some things, and, it is what it is. But it's somebody who doesn't take themselves so serious, It's like, I'm not the person to ask these questions of. Ask your congressperson. You're the guy supposed to be doing the media, like you're doing the news, not me. Comedians and joke tellers, man, and they get to run away from stuff, say stuff, and walk away from it. It's not really a statement; it's a joke, and I've been saying that for a while. Yeah, he said some things about Luigi Mangione. we'll see what happens with the guy who shot down, allegedly, who's accused of shooting, executing the United Healthcare CEO. But who knows, man? Who knows? But I like the attitude that, hey, it's not my job. You're supposed to have balls. You're supposed to do the news, and you don't. You know, and they say things like, well, just to play our devil's advocate. Just to play devil's advocate. Yeah, they should have more courage. It's their job to have courage. It's their job to call out things. And they don't, because they want to keep getting access. And if you call out the wrong thing, then you might not get access. Then you can't do your job as well as you might need to do your job in order to keep your job. So it's a whole lot of reasons why. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. But I like Bill Burr. I like his approach to it. I thought it was funny. Everybody don't want to jump in the lines then. And if you don't want to jump in the lines, then don't jump. Next, I thought this was interesting. Corey Holcomb said some things to say about Felicia Rashad. Felicia Rashad went on the Breakfast Club, and she said some comments about black, I guess it's about black women. Yeah, I would assume it's about black women. And Corey Holcomb said some things about her comments. Let's see what we got here. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, if it's Corey Holcomb, the language is gonna get a little tough, because Corey Holcomb I say ass, people lose their minds here. Well, Corey Holcomb is not that kind of guy. You might not want to tell you before it gets going. It might be. This is on YouTube though. I didn't get it off.
I know what the truth does to people. For example, let me give you an example of what the truth does to people. Our respectable sister, Felicia Rashad, is being called names.
Yeah, that's terrible. I'm like, what the hell?
By hookers. And you know where that crowd comes from? Because, like, she went on the Breakfast Club, and it was a lot of them girls talking crazy. You know where that crowd come from? Les. Les brought them hookers, because motherfuckers don't give a fuck about respectability. Right. They give a fuck about numbers. Right. Les brought the whores. And
well, you know what, man? I understand what Corey Holcomb's saying, but I think they were already there, though, Corey. I don't think Les hilarious. I don't even know if they still watch the Breakfast Club. Didn't Les leave the Breakfast Club? I don't know, man.
The Backdooria mob. Les brought a lot of them. So our sister, Felicia Rashad, went on the Breakfast Club talking about dressing respectfully in society. And she got a lot of negative responses from career-losing whores.
Yeah, and she one of the baddest ever.
Yeah, that's right. It's one of your crushes,
that's the
huh,
top
Craig?
one
You
right
talk
there.
about
She
her
is
all the time.
incredible, yeah.
The sister didn't even say nothing. She wasn't talking crazy. But now, what's the word? A pickaninny? What is that?
Pickaninny.
Pickaninny? What is the definition of a pickaninny? I've heard it before. Pick me. Okay, way to go. What is a pick me? Do we have this definition?
Oh,
that's kind of.
They talking about a woman who basically had the world in her hands when she was in her prime, and I'm saying like
An elderly woman. She's 70 in her late 70s.
you calling somebody at her age a pick me? Like, what kind of person are you?
That's the thing, man. You can't give people any type of Felicia Rashad obviously was talking about what she thought were things that would help black women, younger black women. You know what I'm saying? That's her opinion. And instead of some people, I'm assuming some people heard it, didn't say anything. Other people heard it and appreciated. There was a group of people that heard it and they were upset. And their go-to is, you just trying to kiss somebody's ass. You want to be whitewashed, and you want to be chosen by whatever group by saying the right things that people should do. Or maybe Felicia Rashad just believes that women should present themselves a certain way. And she feels that that's the best advice she could give women. Maybe she really believes it, and maybe she is, in her own way, fighting for you. Maybe that's just what she sees is what will help your life. You may disagree. And when older people tell you something, you may disagree. It doesn't mean it wasn't coming from a good place. You don't have to agree with it. And it can still be coming from the right place. Somebody can say, you need to eat Brussels sprouts. You might be like, I can't stand Brussels sprouts. They're like, you need to eat Brussels sprouts. That doesn't mean they'll pick me. It doesn't mean they're getting paid by the Brussels Sprout Society. It doesn't mean they hate broccoli. It doesn't mean they're being, they're undercover, whatever, rice haters. It just means they think that. But you can't do that. Nowadays, these are concepts that can't be held in people's heads. If they disagree with you, it's got to be an ulterior motive behind your disagreeing. When I say, hey, we need to stop voting Democrat, we need to choose every election who got the best deal, then people saying, you must be a Trump supporter. Because they don't believe, they don't think for themselves.
What kind of person are you? She said, this one girl response was, why are we supposed to impress a man? And I just was like,
Oh my God.
That's crazy, man.
Why are you supposed to impress a man? I mean, like, are you serious? Does anybody want to go at that? Darlene, let me ask you a question. If you're dealing with a guy, do you think you're supposed to impress him?
Well, you would like to. Yeah, you'd want to. I want to be on my best. Sure. You want to keep him attracted? Yeah. I don't want to wake up, you know what I'm saying? Be all schlepping around all day. Like, no. You want to be on top.
But you should be able to let your hair down at any time, from time to time, relax yourself. Like if a woman, you can't expect anybody to be on their P's and Q's all the time. Part of being in a relationship with somebody is people let themselves chill, relax too. But then sometimes you pull out the stops and you like, bow. And that's how it should be, But Felicia Rashad is saying that, I think there's room for what Felicia Rashad is saying in any relationship, right? Am I tripping? Man, put in the comment section if it makes any sense.
Of everything, hygiene, appearance, your clothing. And I did see. I noticed that they gave her also flack because she was giving her take on what she believes men like. They didn't like that. You know why? I think when people react like that.
How old is she? At least 70?
She's older than that. No.
All these years of wisdom, and they rejecting what she got to say, opinion-wise, on what men are looking for.
When people react I think that tough at somebody like that when they say stuff like that. That makes sense, especially coming from somebody like her in her position and success, is that they feel guilty. Like they don't want to own it instead of saying, yeah,
76.
She's right. 76, she looks
76.
amazing. She looks amazing.
So a 76-year-old sister on the Breakfast Club, speaking, not out of control, not blaming everybody in the world for nothing.
Right.
She can't give you game on nothing without you knocking her down.
Yeah. Well, that's the world we're in right now.
I'm talking about she wasn't speaking with hate.
Right. Yeah, she wasn't trashing black women by doing it. She was just saying, this is what I think. And I think it was opened up by Charlamagne and them. I think they asked her a question that led her to make this comment about, and they said, what advice or something? You know how they do. They lead you and ask these questions because they knew, the Breakfast Club knew this was going to be something that was going to cause conversation, which is their job to do on their channel. And I got no problem with that. I mean, you're supposed to try to do that, I guess. But hopefully there's a few people that heard it. They got something out of it, man. What do y'all think? Put in the comment section below. Yeah. Nobody should be, I don't think you can continuously be stuck in, trying to impress mode or putting out all the stops mode. If it's never, there got to be peaks and valleys, right? It's got to be peaks and valleys. So if you're always up, then it won't be appreciated because you're always up. So sometimes if you got a person that's always putting out all the stops, you know, they got to let their hair down a little bit. And that's what makes the ups look so amazing, you know? And that's what makes special occasions special. But I think that what Felicia Rashad said was, well, nothing wrong with that. And that's a woman just giving her point of view. It is. Last but not least on the comedy roll, and I'm telling y'all, man, I'm beginning to think comedians are better than politicians for a lot of reasons. And here goes one. And I got to admit, this made me, it's got me thinking about this comedian a little bit different. And let me pull this up.
And the thing that's out there in the world gets the response from him. But he's also just the best to ever do it at talking into a microphone. So, like, that's, like, I think the most sophisticated way of, like, going about it. I got to probably get better at that. But, like, my initial reaction is going, like, I'll tell you what you want to know what my initial reaction is? Which I think is kind of unfair. But my initial reaction was when I saw you guys talking about it, and I was like, okay, he wants to protect black women, and this is very important. And then I looked on every one of the episodes that you had to see if there was any guys on here that beat up black women. Mm-hmm. And there were. And I looked to see if you guys addressed it on the pod.
Okay, so shows are still, and I guess they brought this up. The comment he made about Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar made a verse, or part of a verse, or half of a bar, or something about going on a show and talking bad about black women. And shows had made a comment or something about black women, and Kendrick Lamar took offense. Like, I know he didn't say shows the same, but anyway, everybody could figure out that's what he was talking about. So people have been talking about shows for quite some time about making making jokes about black women. So now shows is on the pivot, who was one of those people that were talking about shows and his joke selections. And shows kind of hit him in the head like, yo, you're saying I was wrong about making jokes about black women. You got black men on this show who put their hands on black women, and you still gave them a platform. I know we're going to contort ourselves and make all this, you know, there are going to be some of us who are going to make all these different contortions and try to make it seem like that's not a good comeback. Yeah, it's kind of a good comeback. Yeah.
And this is very important. And then I looked on every one of the episodes that you had to see if there was any guys on here that beat up black women. Mm-hmm. And there were. And I looked to see if you guys addressed it on the pod. And you didn't. Okay.
Oops. Ryan Clark, man, what you gonna say, bruh? What you gonna say, sir?
Okay. Now, I also saw you guys had the episode with DeAndre's mom talking about domestic violence. So I was like, okay, this is good and this is powerful, this is important. But my knee-jerk reaction was, man, I get a whole section that's not even part of an episode. Mm-hmm. And these guys who we know have actually, like, for like a joke, and these guys who have actually like hurt black women and convicted, not allegations, because I don't go off of allegations, I go off of conviction. Everybody can get an allegation, it means nothing. And then these guys, they don't get anything. So in that moment, I was like, this feels like a clout play. It doesn't feel like the highest priority is protecting these women. So that was my initial reaction.
So I'm gonna say this.
Yeah.
We have had people on this show that have been convicted for domestic violence that have pulled it out of the show.
That have pulled it out of the show?
That I have asked about it.
Oh, and then they're like, I don't want it on the show.
Yeah, and I do because people...
Nah, man. Samir said you recorded a segment with a person. Y'all talked, they said it, you own it, it's your intellectual property. And then they say, nah, we don't want you to air it. And then you took that broadcast and you removed that section and you published it anyway. That's what you did. I want to know what y'all think about that. I want to know what y'all think about that. I really do. Now, I've been in this situation. I've been in this situation and I caught hell for it because I went the other way. Back in the day, I had someone, there was a woman that was accusing someone of sexual assault. I did not volunteer, but people were like, you should go tell your story. The person that she was accusing was telling their story. This person did not have a platform. Me being one of the older people in this genre of content creators, they asked me, hey, can she come on your show and just tell her story? I told the guy, I said, hey, this person's going to come on the show and tell her story. You're free to come on the show and tell your side of the story, though he had already told it. She came on the show and she told her side of the story. I asked a couple of questions, but I wasn't there. I just said things that I intuitively thought they were a little whack, that didn't make sense or whatever. But now I didn't cut her off and didn't end the broadcast. I let her talk. To me, nothing ended up coming of it. But there was so much anger that I gave her a platform. This is the person that said they were a victim. This is the person that they say was the victim who was saying she had been assaulted. I got backlash for bringing the assaulted person on the show. We got the opposite happening here, where they basically doctored it so the person who's the accused perpetrator of violence, in this case, he said a convicted perpetrator of violence. There was no convictions in my story. Anyway, I've been down this road. This sounds really bad, Ryan. And also about doctoring footage. When I had Michael Moore come on the show a few years ago, when Michael Moore came on the show, while he was talking, he went back, he watched and said, you know what? I think I meant to say Biden, but I said Trump. Could you change it? I think he caught himself, or his aide caught it or whatever. I said, you know what? I'd rather not change it. What I'll do is I'll put a graphic up of the right person so that they'll see who you're talking about, because I'll put it on the screen. I don't think he liked my response. He hasn't spoken to me since. But I just didn't feel right about, and that, changing it. Changing the concept. So that's me, man. So anyway, I want to know what you guys think about this. Let's go back to this, guys. I don't mean to get so sidetracked, but I've been through this.
People come on our show voluntarily. Of course. I do ask those questions in respectful ways, right? I'm not, hey man, you're a woman beater, but I will say, sure, like in one of the instances that was pulled, I said, look, you were convicted of something that no man wants attached to his name. Amen. And they answered it. We talked to their people. I was like, man, the answer was good, and they pulled it out of the show. So we've had that happen. We also had an instance.
Nah, they didn't pull it out the show. You pulled it out the show. You pulled it out the show. This is getting lame. You decided to pull it out the show. At least stand on what you did, bruh. Say, hey, we decided that it was best not to include it. They asked us respectfully, and we agreed. Which you could do in a situation like that is not airing at all. Yeah, you could have chose to say, you know what, if it's that big a deal and y'all saying you don't want this part of the segment in, my people that watch are going to be anticipating me asking this question. And if I don't ask this question, I can't even air your video, because it's going to be women and men that care about black women and they know what you did. And if I don't address it, how that make me look? He didn't even care about that. Because we ain't standing on business as a community. You understand what I'm saying? The woman that accused, in my situation, a white woman accused a white guy who was an independent media of something. There was no racial issue at it. And I did what I thought was right. I caught backlash from doing that, even though she said she was a victim. Turns out he was good. I did take that video down because I think it negatively may have impacted his situation. Just her saying whatever she wanted to say. Tough call. I took it down years later. But what Gary is saying is It's hard to hear, man, because it's kind of an indictment. Like, how you gonna go at shows about making a joke about black women, and you're gonna have a black man that you know has been convicted of hurting black women? Not only you're gonna take it out, you're gonna be so bold, you're gonna run the segment anyway. Now you're supposed to take that video down, son. I took down the video of the video I'm talking about because I don't want to negatively impact this guy. This one didn't even bring no case. If you ain't gonna bring a case, and it's 4 years later, why I still got that video up? So people could keep coming back to it and smearing this guy with something. He done moved on with his life. She never brought charges. It was just talk. But I don't see how people are letting this guy, why they let him get away with this? This is bad. Shows just expose you big time. I don't know how y'all see it. They look real calm. To me, this is bad. This is bad. This is like, it'd be different, a little different, if you wasn't riding shows for his joke about black women. He's a comedian. He made jokes about black women. He makes jokes about white women. He makes jokes about all people. You ain't got to like the jokes. Sometimes I don't. I don't follow him that much, but there's sometimes he's funny. But that's not the point. The point is, you went at him publicly, and you did a grandstanding on how you talk about our sisters like that. Meanwhile, you had a brother on your show that put his hands on a sister, is convicted of it, and when he said don't include it in the video, you took it out, and you still aired that video? That's corny. Folks, that's corny. And we should have held him accountable for that. I don't watch The Pivot like that. But if you are a person that watches The Pivot and you saw that episode and you saw what happened, you saw they didn't even bring that topic up, you should have felt a certain kind of way about that. We got to hold people accountable. You don't just hold people accountable when they're white or when they're Latino or when they're Asian. You hold them accountable when they're black too. In fact, I say hold them more accountable. Because it be the same ones using blackness to boost themselves to say, I'm black, this happened to me because I'm black and I'm black. Yeah, well then why aren't you standing up for black people then? If you want to use blackness for any of your rhetoric, Ryan Clark, why were you not standing up for black women in this instance? And if this guy, whoever this athlete is, because it's a famous athlete, it's not somebody walking down the street, just any old Joe. If that person couldn't understand the predicament they're putting your platform in by removing this segment, bump them. I mean, they don't care about you. And I question how much you care about us. Yeah, I question how much you care about us. We need to raise the bar. We raised the bar starting with ourselves. Too many of us want to raise the bar starting with other groups. We need to raise the bar starting with ourselves. And part of raising the bar is not this. And why is it shows the first person that I've heard even bring this up? Oh, we can't question each other now? We can't address each other? We can't hold each other accountable? And this is disgusting. He gonna keep talking too, as if he got a valid point. This ain't MSNBC, bro. This ain't a keynote address. You did the wrong thing. He won't even say, yeah, if I could have that over again, I'd probably do something different. He don't even say that. He gonna keep talking. He remind me of Marvin Sapp. He gonna do a Marvin Sapp, just keep on talking, keep on talking. It's close the door, not lock the door. It's close the door, not shut the door. Money wasn't even for me.
Instance with one of our guests who was talking about sexual assault, and he talked about it in a way that almost said that, okay, how do we blame the women? And I addressed that as well. Yeah. So as far as for me, I try to address it in every opportunity that I get a chance to with them. Yeah. I try to ask them questions in ways that they get to tell their side of the story. Yeah. When they sit with us, I do not bash them over the head with it, condemn them, or judge them in the moment. Yeah. I do try to have a conversation about it.
We're all like hypocrites. Like nobody's perfect. Do you know what I mean? Like I've had people on the pod, like I've had a president on the podcast. Like nobody's killed more people than a president. You know what I mean? Like anybody who sat down, if you sat down with Obama, hundreds of thousands of people are dead because of decisions that he thought were in the best interests of America, right? Same thing if you sat down with Clinton, you sat down with anybody, right? Like, I did a buddy of mine's podcast, and he brought up the fact that I had Alex Jones on my podcast. He did one of the most heinous things in history where he said that those kids were faking it at that school shooting. Remember that? Like, that's a heinous, Sandy Hook. I mean, disgusting, heinous. I had a buddy of mine, I went on his podcast, and he was like, I can't believe you did that. That was like so f***ed up, like what he did to those kids. And I was like, you visited the Pope. You know what I mean? Like, they were protecting people f***ing kids. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you had the opportunity to go meet them, and you're like, I'll do that. And like, they were literally protecting priests that were having sex with children. Like, I can't think of any. Like, so we can always find the moral equivalency or the moral high ground, which was a thing that I did with you guys. But I hesitated to like go out and talk about that publicly. This is why I did. Is because the point of that is not to protect those women or to protect the children. The point of that is to make you feel bad or me feel good.
Got it. So he could have called you out, Ryan. Damn, shows just destroyed y'all. Shows just destroyed them. Do y'all realize how bad he just destroyed them? Listen to what he just said. He said, I saw what y'all did after y'all called me out and said I was wrong to make a joke about black women. Y'all did that on your podcast. I was going to. After I did my investigation and I saw y'all had people on in real life who hurt black women, not in jokes, but in real life were convicted of hurting black women. And you didn't even address it on the show. When you had them on as guests, not that you didn't report on it, like the Tim Black Show reports stuff. But you had the person who was convicted of hurting women on your show, and you didn't even address the issue. Shows just went 3D chess on him. He said, I saw you did that, and I thought I got him. But you know what? I didn't go out talking about it till today because I felt it was wrong to talk about, because if I talked about it, I would have just been using the moment to hurt you, but not to help black women. I would be getting mileage out of it, not to help survivors or women who have dealt with abuse, but to serve my own interests, which is to knock you. Which is exactly what Ryan did and the pivot did to him. And they're sitting there with their mouths open, not getting it. Because if they got it, they probably wouldn't have aired this episode. And that, my friends, is face closed, case closed. Unforced error on the play. How's the saying go? People in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. The pivot threw a load. They didn't just throw stones. They had a BB gun. They were just shooting them. Damn. I don't know the last time I seen a self-own to that level. That is being owned on a whole different scale, folks. Let me know what y'all guys think in the comment section. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think. I think they just got bodied on their own podcast, man. Jesus Christ. That's bad. That is bad. That's bad. That is bad. Are we done for the night? I think we are done. Let's see here. Yeah, whatever else I got last, I guess anything else we can do tomorrow. Yeah, something was up with my with the video. I think it was just too long. It was the clip. I can't make the clips 45 minutes. They got to be shorter. Look, guys, I want to know if you think what you thought of the show tonight. I hope you hit the like button. Our goal tonight is 400 likes. If you're still watching, hit the like button. whether you're on Facebook or on Twitter or on YouTube. Wherever you are, fam. Oh, also, let me do my promotion, man. Can I pay some bills real quick? We'll see if we can pay some bills real quick. You know the deal. Independent black media stays unapologetic, raw, and real. Now you can wear the movement. From the 10 Black Wolf Pack to the Cornbread Collection, we got gear for the real ones. For men, women, even the little ones. No weak threads, no weak messages. Rep the truth. Rep the movement. Hit up 10blackpaws.com and grab yours today. Because cornbread ain't free. Wolfpack. Yeah, man, I like that clip, man. That's dope. All right, guys, go to 10blackpaws.com, pick up your merch. Hit me up, go to 10 Black Mug for a 10 Black Mug. $20 to your door. We do another shipment on Friday. The shipment went out today. Yeah, our shipment went out today. You would get an email update when it's being shipped, and you should have got an email today if you ordered the last batch. All right, guys, while supplies last, get your 10 Black Mug at 10blackmug.com. Let's go to comment section, man. And let's go again. Let's see who's in the house, man. Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all. Wow. What a night. Wow, wow, wow. Black Mamba giving out love and memberships. Thank you, Black Mamba. Gail gave that super sticker. Thank you, Gail. Trust No Party hit us up with a super sticker. Thank you, Trust No Party in the building. Megs with the love. Thank you for blessing some other members of the show, Meg. Thank you, Megs. Black Mamba hooked us up again. Thank you, Black Mamba, for supporting the independent media show. And thank you for moderating, too. Thank you as well, Buck. James Sumner became a member. James, what's up, fam? Thank you, James. Welcome to the party, James. I appreciate you. One of my members sent me some hot honey, man. Man, I got people that watch the show to do all kinds of things, man. Hey, fam, I'm going to try your honey. I'm going to do a little clip for you, man, to show you support for the hot honey, man. I'll bring it out, man, at some point. If you got products or services, go to 10blacktv.com. You'll find my P.O. Box or whatever, guys, okay? 10blacktv.com, P.O. Box. We support small businesses. Yeah. It's all love, man. It's all love. We good? Wow, what a night, man. What a night. I did not expect that show's video to hit so hard. That hit hard, fam. That got to go out. I got to put that out soon. Jeez, that crack in the cornbread. You know it's good. I'm trying to tell you, fam. I'm trying to tell you that's when the cornbread is right, Joe. That's when it's right. All good things in moderation, fam. But yo. You got it, fam. Thank you, Harry C. I appreciate you, fam. Yeah. Solid. Much love to you, brother. CQC. Yep. El Sheba, Sigmet. Have a good night, everybody. That's it. I'm out. Remember, like we always say, what's up, Wagi? Like we always say, don't let nobody. Damn, Ryan Prentice, that's what I'm, Ryan. That's dope, man. Let's do that. This is going up on the gotta go this way? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do a screenshot of that, man. Put that up on the community tab, yo. He won with a losing hand. There it is. Damn. All right, guys. Nothing but love for you. Remember, don't let anybody take your cornbread, family. Don't do it. Keep your cornbread. We got to hold people accountable and keep it real. All right. If we don't respect each other, we don't respect ourselves, how can we expect anybody else? Damn. Contradictions, contradictions. Hypocritical, hypocritical. All right, guys, that's it. Like I always say, where are my ladies? Oh, there they go.